Looks like we're good here. What's up, guys? ZFarls here with MUT Heroes review. These came out yesterday and have been very talked about, and then we'll also go over the new Legends Chad Ochocinco and Ronde Barber. So, Ultimate Heroes. There's 32 total Ultimate Heroes, 16 on offense, 16 on defense. That includes 191 and 185 version of these items. So the interesting thing to me about the 85 version is it has the increased rating that the 91 version has. So if you go for LeGarrette Blount, his trucking rating is the same on his 91 and it is at 85. Now his other ratings aren't the same, but if you're just looking for that key thing, it is very valuable to get. I'm going to go through fast on these. Offense and defense. To me, the defensive players are the best ones of all, but I'll give you a couple that I like on offense. Offensive linemen. Let's just go through real quick. Offensive linemen, run blocking I'm not so big on right now, but pass blocking. The pass blockers, the Whitworth is very, very good. You're going to need him to combat guys like Bosa, guys with those high moves. So I really like them. I don't love the Greg Olsen. I don't love the Jordy Nelson. I thought he would be the route running guy, but I'll explain to you, in my opinion, why there's not a route running receiver, and we'll talk about that when we talk about Legends. Jordy, like, I'd pass on him for right now. Zach Martin's good, but once again, I'd rather go pass block over run block. I think Hudson's a little bit too weak with strength. Jordan Howard, like, carry's not a rating I value, especially it's just a good 91 version of Jordan Howard. Spec on AJ Green is boosted to 94, and he is 6'4". This could be a very nice item because his route running and catching traffic are rock solid, so I wouldn't be mad about that. Freeman gets amazing elusiveness, but once again, it's all about his elusive move and his spin move. That's what's going to matter when you get Freeman, but he does have 83 truck. Evans, like, release is not a rating that I'm super important about. What I like is that it's just the next evolution of Mike Evans, and he has 92 spec even though it's a release rating guy. The quarterbacks, nothing from me. Conklin's good, but his strength could be higher, but not quite as good as Whitworth, but still pretty good. And those are what I'd go for on offense. Now, on defense, these sidekicks are good. So if you complete the solos, you can get an 85 or a 91. But what I'm into, first of all, I like this Leonard Williams. I've always liked him. His strength's a little low, but that block shit power move combo is great. Vernon, with the power move, his strength's too low, so I would pass there. Now, Talib, I like, but everybody else likes the other corner better. Not Slay, but zone coverage that you get from Terrence Newman. They love this Terrence Newman. He's got very high block shed in the 80s, and his tackle, or his hip power, he's like 78 and 80 in those two categories of stuff in the run. Now, I thought he was a little bit slow, and the 84 agility concerns me. That's why I like the Talib, who's just as slow, but it's a little bit more athletic. 94 zone, 93 play rec. Now, you know guys with 91 zone seem to be playing great. That's the threshold people want to get to. This Terrence Newman fills it out. People love him. That's the player they're targeting the most from this promo. And it's also, I think, made another power-up to leave, so people are interested in that too if they're already invested. Suggs and Harrison are two slower but strong guys. This Suggs, edge-setting run defender, really good, but just slow. That's the only real knock on the guy. Posluszny gets 91 zone coverage as an outside linebacker. He's one of the first to get that. So even though he's a little bit slower, you got to see if he plays really, really well as just a CPU player for the middle of your defense because he would break on ball with 91 zone. Pat Pete's at 94 man. I just don't think people are playing much man coverage right now, and his zone's lower, even though he's super athletic. I just don't think people will go for that. McCourty gets man coverage at safety. That's cool. But he's at 90 zone. You want to see if he would boost up to 91. I don't think he does, because otherwise you'd pass on that. Darius gets great strength, but is that where you need to go to DT? I don't think so. Clowney, I'm a big fan of this Clowney. 91 overall version with power move has 95 power move. That gives the Bosa 95 finesse move to counter him. 95 finesse move with 90 power move with 89 block shit. Now, strength's the only beef, but he gets up to 78 speed. I think Bosa's the second best. I think Clowney's probably the third best because he's 6'5". Now, he's an end, not an outside linebacker, so you can't really use him. You're going to let this guy rush because he's got 95 power move. That's going to be what he does. And his strength is just as low as Bosa's. So I tip my cap to Bosa. slightly in this favor. I really think this is one of the first times a player's come out with at the same time as Clowney and even been better. So those are the things. All the details are on this Mutthead page. We'll put the link in the description, and you can think about that. I would go defense, see if you can get yourself the Darius, not the Darius Slay, but the, where's he at? Terrence Newman. People love it. Check it out. Now, I said there was no route running legend, and because if you look at Chad Johnson, or no route running hero, but 94 route running on the Chad Ochocinco is basically what a route running player would have been at receiver. And this is amazing, 94 route running player, 91 speed, that's top end, with 92 spec. Now he's only 6'1", and 88 catching traffic. 90 elusive for run after the catch. Ochocinco, as far as a route runner goes, now the best receiver in Ultimate Team. Plus, he's got the speed. He's much, much better than the Edelman, who's much slower. This is the key guy for that one role on your team of route runner for corner routes. It's now the Ochocinco. So an amazing legend this weekend. Even his other version has 91 route running, which we got to see if we could boost up a little bit, and that'd really be the only other version that I go after, but that's where that's valuable. Now, Rondé Barber was your Twitch legend. He came out, and he didn't have 91 zone on his Twitch version, but now his other version, his regular legend, has 94 zone coverage, and that makes him extremely hype. 91 speed, matches up with the Ochocinco, and 90 play rec. So he's going to be excellent across the board. Plus his 91 also has 91 zone. So that's another huge thing. And then this version, the 90 has 90 zone. So I don't think that gets it done. But that's where you would test. I don't believe we can get this version across the board. We can't. So you can't get the 90 version over, but the 93 is over. The 93 is over and the 91 is over. So those are what I'd go for with the Rondé Barber. I would hold off on the Twitch legend if he doesn't have 91 zone. I'll just wait to see what else is going to come out. I know it's about time you guys are starting to think about making your third dude. But to me, Chris Harris is just the man. But if you can get two corners for the price of one that both have 90, I'd consider it. But I do love Chris Harris more than I love any other player in the game this year. Until I try the Terrence Newman myself and the Talib. They're much, much slower than the Harris. So I can't say yet. But two dudes for one is amazing. And you could put either of them at safety is where I would put them. But I love the Ochocinco. These Team Heroes, the art's great. Lots of cool different ratings. And this is where, you know, knowing your ratings and knowing what matters and what you care about factors in is very important. So offensive lineman, Bosa, great CBs, great promo. Go check it out. We're going to jump into game here and break down some plays. So